Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to share something a little personal. So, retiring early sounds like the dream, right? Freedom, no boss, no alarm clock. And don't get me wrong, it is pretty incredible, but there are also things I wish I had known before I took the leap. So, in this video, I'm breaking down the three biggest lessons that caught me off guard. If you're planning for early retirement or even just curious about what life looks like on the other side, these are the things I wish someone had told me. So, lesson one, the first thing I wish I knew is how much your identity is tied to work, even if you don't love your job. And that was certainly the case with me. I don't want to say I hated my job, but I didn't love it. I just didn't love working in general, and I never have. But when I stopped working, I thought I'd instantly feel free. And yes, I did, but I also felt untethered. So for years, my answer to what do you do was tied to my career. In my 20s, I was a teacher. In my 30s, I worked in healthcare. And then suddenly, I didn't have a neat label anymore. That can be disorienting. You realize how much society values productivity and how much you've internalized that, whether you think you have or not. And without a job title, you might start to feel invisible or even guilty, like you're not even contributing to anything meaningful. What helped me was reframing retirement not as an ending, but as a new chapter of purpose. So for me, that meant like documenting my journey, sharing my honest reflections to anybody that would listen, journaling, and just building community around financial independence. For you, it might be volunteering, creating art, or mentoring. The point is, don't wait until retirement to ask yourself, who am I without my job? Because that question will come, and it's better to have a thoughtful answer ready. The second thing that I wish I knew is that money isn't the whole story. So when you're planning for early retirement, it's easy to obsess over the numbers like I did. How much is enough? Am I saving enough? Am I spending too much? What's my safe withdrawal rate? What if the market crashes? What if I lose my job? And those are all important questions, but here's the truth. Once you hit your financial number, the bigger challenge becomes how you spend your time. For example, I spent months running spreadsheets, but almost no time imagining my daily life. And when I finally retired, I realized the money was fine, but I hadn't thought about how I wanted to spend my days. What would that rhythm look like? Here's what I've learned so far. You definitely need structure. Without it, the days blur together. And it sounds good in theory, but like I said, in reality, you just start to feel untethered, unmoored, just kind of listless. You need connection. Work often provides that built in social contact. So, as much as you may not like all of your coworkers, there's still some social contact built in. And you'll miss that for sure if you don't plan for it. And you need growth. So, retirement isn't just about rest, which you'll do plenty of. It's about continuing to challenge yourself in new ways. So, yes, you definitely want to save diligently, but also ask, like, what will my Tuesday mornings look like? Who will I spend my time with? What projects will keep me curious? Because financial freedom without a plan for your time can feel surprisingly empty. Believe me, I know I've been there. So now the third thing I wish I knew is how much community matters. I've always been a little bit of a loner or just prefer, some call it introversion. I prefer a lot of time by myself. But when you retire early, you're suddenly living in a different schedule than most people. Most of your friends will probably still be working 9 to 5. Your family definitely won't understand why you walked away from a perfectly good job. And that can feel really isolating. You don't feel understood. You just feel, yeah, isolated. I underestimated how important it would be to find people who get it. I thought all I had to do was reach my FI number. But people who understand financial independence, who value freedom over status, who are also navigating this unconventional path, those are the people you really want to find. So for me, moving to a new town kind of gave me that fresh start and a chance to build intentional community instead of being disappointed by my old community. But even if you're not relocating, you can find your people. There's online groups, local meetups, or even starting something yourself. Because here's the truth: retiring early isn't just about money or time, it's about sharing the journey, having people to laugh with, to brainstorm with, to remind you that you're not alone. Humans are made for connection, and that's what makes the freedom sustainable. So, those are the three things I wish I knew before retiring early. Your identity will shift, so prepare for that. Money is important, but it's definitely not the whole story. And third, community is the glue that makes early retirement joyful. So if you're on this path, I hope my reflections help you think beyond the spreadsheets. Early retirement is definitely a gift, but it also can be a challenge. And the more intentional you are, the more fulfilling it becomes. So thanks for spending time with me. If you're navigating your own fire journey or post fire life, just drop a comment. I'd love to hear what you're learning along the way. And if you found this helpful, please don't forget to subscribe for more videos. And until next time, take care.
Bloqueado sa everybody. Bye!